eat hot wings or do a 80s medley. I'm quite
Here we are.
I'm quite pleased with that.
You have to do both those things.
I think it's just a tone.
Welcome to Big Peach live stream, everyone.
Oh, Jesus.
I also forgot to tell you, like, we're on a bit of delay from the app. So if you have the app open, like, we're live right now, but they won't see it for, like, eventually it'll pop up and it'll be way behind. So you gotta turn your volume down on your phone, but you can follow along with some questions. And eventually it should start here. Okay. Well, here's Gav. Gav front row. We haven't seen him in
Quite some time.
yeah.
How many days?
Oh,
How long?
400?
at least 450 maybe. No, yeah, there's
That's
65.
horrible.
Yeah, we're around 4, getting close to 450. I'm gonna close my
It sucks, doesn't it?
It's mad.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
All right, your app, my app's going.
Mine is going.
Good. Try not to look at the video. It's kind of confusing.
Oh, I don't want to update my Zoom. Go away. There we go.
Okay, so we didn't really get much of a
Steve, would you be able to toss me a paper
plan
towel?
together, so I'm just gonna start going to the chat.
Carry on.
Or I guess don't go to the chat. I'll go right here. We have Gav front row here,
Thank you,
and he's willing to answer any and all of your questions. Any compliments you have for him on
Keep them tasteful, folks.
your
I'll take compliments. I'll take insults.
yeah, his photos.
I'll take financial donations. Anything is fine.
He had some pictures queued up to like go through, but it's slowed down the stream a lot. So he might go through some of them on his phone, just kind of hold them up. But do you want to follow through the chat, Gav, or you want me to pick some out and ask you?
I've got it in front of me right now.
Okay. There's a lot of Hey Gavins.
There's a lot of Hey Gavins.
Well, how about some tips for beginners?
I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, tip there. Amazing. I just saw that as well. So, like, it's hard to know because it's everyone is different in terms of like their abilities and sort of things like that. Like some people can, some people just kind of have an in with sort of like an artist or a group or something like that. But the way I did it, and the way that I found out a lot of people that I know, like photographers I follow, it's all about just taking photos constantly. They would go to a local show. They'd go to like a 5-band bill at some venue in their town, and they would just shoot every band and then approach the bands afterwards and just be like, hey, I took photos, give me your details, I'll send them over. And it's just about kind of just continuing with that kind of level of just no job is too small. And I think that's the best way to think about it. Like you just, everyone in a band, if a band's starting out, they want photos.
Yeah.
Like if you know someone in a band, you guarantee that they either know a photographer or they've got a couple people going, hey, I'll turn up, I'll take photos. And you need to be that person.
Yeah, that's good advice. And like
It's the hustle, man.
taking as many photos as you can and editing them. And like when you're on the road with us,
Yeah.
you take hundreds of photos and you edit them at the end of the night. So they're ready
Yeah.
to go tomorrow, which I would recommend.
Which is
if
what, like,
you're
I
starting out.
enjoy that element of it.
Mhm.
Like, it's the immediacy. Like, I could take a photo of the show and it could be online before everyone's driven home. Like that, and I love that. That's such a power to have, to be able to like, man, that show was so good. And then you go on your phone
Yeah,
and it's there.
it's right there. Uh-oh. There. You froze for a second. But yeah, I heard most of it. How about this? What did you first start taking photos of? Was it always rock shows or was it nature? Animals?
It was a bit of everything. So like when I was growing up, my dad was like a hobby photographer,
Mhm.
so it was always following him. I'd borrow his camera and things like that.
Cool.
And it was I have no musical abilities, so and I wanted to be included. I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to have this kind of like that kind of feeling, that sort of involvement in music.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there's no other way of doing it. So I was like, I'll sell T-shirts, I'll take photos, and sort of found that like this is what I enjoy doing. This way of doing it was the best way of not suffering through me trying to play guitar.
That's fair. It's not easy to take pictures though either, and be good at them.
It helps that you're all so photogenic. Like you all look great. You all play to the camera really well, and like that's half the battle. If you've got someone who's just standing still, or they don't know sort of like their own stage presence, it's so difficult.
That makes sense.
But like, thankfully, you all just look so good, you know.
I'd like to hear that. It's right back at you. How about this one? When you're not at a concert.
Experiencing, like, thankfully, like I've been lucky enough to go to places I never thought I'd go, and it's this weird thing of like going to LA for the first time was so bizarre, because you go, but you know it from GTA, and you know it from like
Yeah.
movies. I'm like, I know my way around. I know what that building is. I know this place, and it's like, it's that kind of trying to then put that into something that like you can understand. So like, it's like grounding it then with a photo. So I'm like, I know what this is. I know what this place is.
Yeah. I find anytime I've been to anything like that, and you might have a different view, but like when you see it live and then take a picture of it, it never does it justice. How do you feel about that?
No, God, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like the amount of times I've seen something and I've gone, I know exactly how this is going to look. Oh, it's going to be so good. And then you frame it up and you get it all right.
Yeah.
And it never, ever looks as good as like how you see it with your eyes.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's the hardest thing, man, that balance.
Yeah. How about this one from, I think it's Dan Malley. It says Daniel Malley. I've never called him Daniel, but
Very
Yeah.
formal.
do you have a dream band photo that you haven't taken?
Oh, there's a couple of artists I would love to shoot them, just to kind of say I did it, or just for the opportunity to sort of work with like a musician I like. And I think like John Mayer is pretty high on that list. I think that would be great, because again, like he's someone who knows, like he knows how he looks on camera. Like that's always going to be a good opportunity. Like that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Like we did Foo Fighters a bunch this summer.
You
Like,
did?
this summer, jeez. 15 summers ago, we did some festivals
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Foo Fighters. Now, like that would be a show to shoot.
Did they let you like? Were you allowed to take pictures while they were on stage? Like they seem like one of those bands that maybe wouldn't care.
I didn't want to like. You hear these horror stories that like you get people don't like it if you're not approved. Some artists, you've got to sign like a contract before they let you shoot them at a festival and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to take the risk.
Yeah, you look like a dick.
Yeah,
Um,
you're the guy who's being dragged out, just waving your pass in the air.
so we got some questions about what's your favorite picture you've taken, and I don't know if you want to like show a few. Like it's probably hard to narrow down to just one, but if you got a few you want to show and talk about.
In a son's picture or a picture in general?
It just said picture in general.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be
Ooh.
hurt if it wasn't of us.
Let me have a look. I need to apologize. The content I gave you was garbage.
Really? So you?
But it's
reached
like, I look at the stuff that we did, like that first, like the SOS tour, the Canadian one in like 2018.
yeah.
I look at that and I compare it to the stuff I did for you guys at the start of last year.
Yep.
And it's like, I hate it.
Really?
I'm like, man, I could have done so much better. And I
Well-
just feel that like, every opportunity I get, I'm bettering myself. I'm learning my abilities, and all like these things change, and you find a rhythm for it.
Yeah. If you're not doing that, then you I don't know. You got to challenge yourself and be critical of yourself.
It's like, yeah, it's like with you guys as well. Like you can't just put out the same record time and time again because like you would get bored of it. Everyone like you wouldn't be like a genuine portrayal of your abilities. You can't just go, yeah, that one song was great. Let's just do that for 25 years.
I will say though, like I go through all those pictures every day and I bounce back and forth from like the latest pictures and the 2018 pictures, SOS, and
Yeah.
it's probably maybe us, but there was like a lot of energy captured in the SOS tour on a lot of those photos.
That was, I think, a lot of that as well. I think like I was very excited to be there. That was like my first, that was my first time in Canada. That was my first time kind of like really being fully trusted with like every level of what the tour was, like the video and everything else. And I remember not stopping. It felt like I didn't sleep for that entire tour.
I feel you on that.
I think one of my favorites in general is this one. See if you can see this.
I can see. Where was that taken?
So that's taken in Italy.
Was that just
a couple
like
summers ago?
Two random people, or did you have like were they?
Completely two random people.
Wow.
So we were walking to try and find coffee, and we just passed this street, and like all the streets looked like this. It was stunning.
That's crazy.
And then passed and just saw these two people hugging, and just like peered back around the corner, and just 2 or 3 and was gone again because it was too perfect. So that is one, like in general, that's one of my favorites because it's such a unique moment.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm trying to find like.
You keep looking. I got
one of my favorites.
I got another question for you, which I think might be good. I kind of lost it. Oh, here it is. What do you think of the three song rule for photographers?
I'm genuinely a fan of it.
Yeah.
Because like, say you're on, like you're a band, you've got 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, 3 songs is half the set almost, depending on like, you know, how long you play certain songs or like what your set list is. But then you have to use those 3 songs. I see it so many times where people go in and they just shadow the lead singer and they just follow them back and forth and they ignore everyone else on stage. And I know you've got to get like, you've got 3 songs, you've got to get that money shot, you've got to get the one.
Yeah.
But like you're missing out on so much extra. Like if you get that opportunity for that shot, you'll get it. But there's also like 2 or 3 other people who are also moving around and doing stuff. I like the 3-song rule.
You do.
Any less and it's a struggle, and any more and I think you're just kind of taking up.
How does that
time.
work? Like you just get 3 songs at the start, or do you get to pick? Can you pick 3 songs at the end?
It depends on the artist. It's normally like 3 songs at the beginning. You get the start of the set, but sometimes I can't remember who it is now. One artist, a friend of mine, shot them, and they gave them 2 songs at the start, and they said all the photographers can come back in for the last song because there's like a fireworks thing or some kind of something happened, and they were like, we want photos of that, so come back and take photos of that.
The end of most shows is the most electric part. Like that's what I would want captured.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Start,
it's the most like you fed off the crowd, and there's like an energy there. Then I think back to the favorite one of you guys. I think it is this one.
That was a great shot. That was.
I love this photo so much.
Somewhere in Germany.
It was in Stuttgart.
That's
in a
Germany,
basement
right?
somewhere. It was. That was a good. Like I love how that turned out. The colors of it.
Yeah. It's
The
great
way,
photo.
like Jay's holding a wine glass. You've got your sticks. Like it's a perfect representation of you guys before you go on stage. Go on.
What are your favorite touristy things to do on tour?
Oh man. Okay. And so, me and John Bruce have a thing. which is we'll go to like a mall or a Target or something like that and just grab a coffee and just pace around looking for like action figures for JB or like just anything. Because like there's things that I can't get at home. I'm saving these for a special occasion.
Oh, really? They're not
Like
open
you
yet.
can't. It's like the cultural differences between each place as well are so different. But then like in general, like the opportunity to go somewhere I've never been before, or if it is somewhere I've been before, the chance to kind of like go back again and see it differently, or just remember how something was to go and like photograph it again.
Yeah.
It's definitely like I did a tour once and we were so like my first time in Berlin, we were so close to the Berlin Wall. It was like a 30-minute walk, and I was like, let's go, let's do it, let's go. And the band were like, nah, we're not really feeling it. And they stayed in the green room, and it took me like 2 hours to rally them up to go.
Really?
And like the thought that I would have just sat there and missed it kills me. So now like take an opportunity, get on Google Maps, see like what's close by, see what like tourist things. There's a great website called Atlas Obscura.
Yeah.
And it shows you like all the weird things in a city. So you put in like say you're in like Toronto, whatever, as an example, and it lists you like, oh, there's like a dive bar here, there's a piece of World War II history somewhere that still exists, and they built around like all these kind of strange, like not your standard
Things,
like
touristy things.
Tourist hotspot stuff. That's cool.
I like that. I definitely, I feel like I'm gonna try not to sleep in as long and see some stuff, because I feel like I'm regretting it a bit now.
One of the best ones was when we went to the market in Seattle, when we kind of went down for that afternoon. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
What about that circus thing we went to in Frankfurt?
Oh, that was really fun in Germany. The circus,
like the Christmas market.
Yeah, we got Jay on a crazy roller coaster. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite.
That's
just salad, rice, and chicken.
it's the Ferris wheel. And then for everyone who wants to know, this is what Jay looks like terrified on a Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah, we were up there. We snuck some beers on there too. I remember.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
Jay wants to see that again. Look at how happy I am.
Just sheer joy at his misery.
Yeah. I love it.
It's very funny.
How about this? Do you have a favorite backstage moment about our band? That's tough to like answer on the spot, but if something comes to mind.
There is something that comes to mind.
What about that one?
There's lots.
What about that one time?
But
we
there's
got
one. It was on the first. It was on the SOS tour.
Yeah.
And there's a video of it on either the band's Facebook or maybe like deep in Costa's Instagram, possibly. But it was just a song that Brett made up
Oh yeah, I remember that.
about
Digging a hole. And
bury
putting
money in the
head
ground
Yeah.
and then going to see the strippers.
Digging a hole and
That.
putting your head in it, Coster said.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And going to see the strippers because their wife died or something like that.
Yeah, that. That's funny. That sticks with me. God, what else is there? Oh, Brett losing his mind and singing about fish and trout is always that's always a winner.
That was nice in the vlog series. I quite enjoyed those. Those were very humorous.
I miss those, man.
That was all you. Like, you edited them together to be so
Oh,
funny.
it's not me. You kidding me?
Well, maybe we perform a little bit extra.
Maybe just
Yeah, but it makes it funny.
They're fun to do. They're really good fun.
And they're great memories someday you look back on, and Make you cry,
I've
you know?
since this has been all over, I've sat and I've watched them all. I've watched them all through,
Yeah?
and it's such a good time,
Did
man.
they give you the feels?
Oh, absolutely gave me the
Yeah.
feels. Dude, editing that video for the song that came out at the start of lockdown, which I can't remember the name of now, which is embarrassing.
What
But like
was
the
it?
studio footage
Don't Live
thing,
Fast?
Don't Live Fast.
Yeah, that was actually...
Editing that upset me, and that was at the start of lockdown.
Yeah, when
like
yeah.
that was a great, like,
That was a
that
great...
gets me,
Honestly,
that
that's
one.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite videos that we like have on the internet. It like captures so many great moments in time, and
There's some beautiful bits in it
mhm.
with audio that don't, obviously you can't put them in the video, but I
went
love
through-
that whole
I went-
experience, man.
I went through
love
some
that.
of the videos that were in there, and I heard some audio that was really nice, and it's cool.
Put it all together, just all back-to-back footage. Like 6 days worth of stuff.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, let's see.
I'm looking through. Someone said, where is it now? I can't find it now. It goes so fast, man. I don't know how you've done this every week.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, when you scroll up to look, if somebody messages or you take your finger off when somebody messages, it zooms back to the start.
But I can't find it now, but someone said about which is the best to shoot, like small clubs or big venues and things like that, or outdoors.
Yep.
And it depends on the show. Like some of the best stuff that I like, in my opinion, like some of my favorite photos that I've got of you guys are from outdoor events, like Blues Fest,
Yeah, that was
Oshiega,
crazy.
and obviously like Kingston. Like there's something about that you're outdoors and people just lose
Mm. It's really
their kind
cool
of like
too,
inhibitions of like the energy they put out at a show.
I like when I'm going through the pictures and we're headlining one of those shows, and you go
Yeah.
through and they kind of start at dusk, and then there's like this whole golden moment. And then
Yes,
it's
dude.
dark and the lights are like fully on. It's beautiful.
That Blues Fest is some of my favorite ones because
Yeah.
they're like the sun it gets darker as the photos go on,
Yeah.
and there's some shots with like the sun setting and you're all like the crowd are there. I love it, man.
People love
it.
the picture
then, like,
from the
you could get,
Stampede
like-
the other day. Well, Brett on his knees and like I think the sun
I
was
forgot
like
about
cresting.
that one, man.
I'm finding them all for you, buddy.
It's like because I would like there's hundreds per show, and I've got more folders than I like can even look at.
Yeah. I spend about like every folder that I go to for 10 Instagram pictures every day has like 200 some pictures in it. I go through them all. It's hard to pick. Like there's so many good pictures.
It's you guys. I'm telling you,
No, it's all you, Gavin. Don't be so
It's not.
modest.
dude. If it was all me, it would just be pictures of empty rooms
How about this? I
or
like
bad selfies.
I like this little question. What band member should be most worried about receiving an envelope of pictures and a note saying "Pay me or else"? I'm thinking
I think
Costner.
it's you.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I might have
I
some
have,
bad ones here.
I have more photos of you that I even care to think about in various levels of preparing for the show.
Oh yeah. Oh, like naked?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm grew up in my dad told me a long time ago, get in the locker room with a bunch of naked guys, so I'm comfortable being naked around a bunch of dudes.
Oh, I've noticed. My favorite one, I think, might be this. No, I'm joking. I think overall, everyone, I'm very, like, when I go through, I get photos of people like, dude, I get some, no one looks attractive constantly on stage. You get photos of like mid blink or someone's shouting something like hideous stuff. God, no one needs to see that. Never makes the cut. Like I'm fairly, I'm fairly kind of kind when it comes to that kind of thing.
I try and when I'm posting on Instagram to make sure to go one more step, especially with myself. If there's a bad barrel shot, I make sure that's not in there.
I'm looking back at these now.
You looking at pictures or are you looking at comments?
I'm trying to read through the questions. Oh, someone said you have a favorite pic of Brett breaking a mic stand, and I actually do.
Can you pull it there? Yeah, there is one. I might even posted it, or somebody posted it a few days ago.
I have it. It was going to be one of my ones. So we were going to like screen share for people watching, so you could see these pictures better than just off my phone.
Yeah,
but like it didn't.
There's like a mini video of him smashing one.
Yeah, that. I found another video the other day where I need to get hit in the face with a harmonica that's on the move.
You do?
Yeah.
That's on the move.
So yeah, this is mid mic stand break here.
That's a good one. I
love that one.
The new Brett Hairday.
It's already in 2 pieces. Yeah. He's off the ground like that thing didn't survive. That's gone.
That's cool.
I can hear BK shuddering in this picture. I can hear it. It feels so. I'm just showing photos off my phone. Feels so weird, man. It's kind of like, look. Did you like it? Is it good?
Yeah, it just.
What's the status of this?
Well, Gav, we keep these things to about 30 minutes.
Hello.
We're gonna get back to work here.
What's that like?
Yeah, it's weird. You stay on the line, and I'm gonna end the live stream. So,
cool, man.
Say goodbye to everybody, and
I want to see everyone soon. I want to come back. I want to be sweaty and get in everyone's way. There's nothing I want more in the world than that right now.
I feel you on that, buddy. Well, hopefully we get to kiss your beautiful bearded, long-haired face very soon.
Look at this.
It's some flow.
I'm not cutting it now until I'm back. So this is staying for a while now.
Love it. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Give your love to Gav.
Nice to see everyone.
His Instagram handle is @GavFrontRow. Go check out his pictures. Send all your love his way.